Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to Zabina's Kitchen. Today we will be making meatloaf for dinner and scalloped potatoes on the side. I just wanted to show you guys some of the ingredients that I'll be using, and then I'll put down in the description bar exactly the measurements. So you're gonna need 2 pounds of ground beef, all natural ground chuck. If you want to use something else, ground turkey, whatever to your liking, but this is just what I use. We're gonna need some ketchup, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, some butter, 2 green bell peppers, a whole white onion because I really love onion in my meatloaf, 2 eggs, minced garlic, breadcrumbs, plain. I'm gonna need some pepper and some salt. So I'm gonna show you what to do and how we're gonna cut it and all of that. Okay, so we'll be right back. Okay, so after you wash your veggies, you're gonna chop the 2 green bell peppers. Just chop them up, and then I actually ended up using just half an onion. So I still have this half left, but I'm not going to use it all. So half a white onion and 2 bell pepper. You're going to put in about 2 tablespoons, 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of butter. Let it melt. Then you're going to go ahead and add into your pan with the butter already melted about 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic. Add the onion on there and the bell pepper, and you're just gonna go ahead and mix that until they get a little tender. So the veggies have been cooking, sauteing for about 2 to 3 minutes. You want them just to look like this. You don't want them to get too soft, because I like my meatloaf, the veggies, to be a little bit still crunchy. So we're gonna go ahead and turn off the heat and let them cool down, and then I'll show you what the next step is. So once your veggies have cooled down, you're gonna go ahead and add them to the 2 pounds of meat. So add that. And then you're going to add about 1 cup of breadcrumbs, 2 slightly beaten eggs, 1/2 cup of milk, about 2 squirts of barbecue, a squirt of ketchup, and just a little squirt of yellow mustard. Then you're going to add some black pepper. I like a lot, so. And then I would say about 1 teaspoon of salt, but I eyeball everything, so just do it how I'm doing it. Okay. You can do this preference with a spoon, but just make sure your hands are clean and make sure you mix it. And go ahead and mix that. You don't want to over mix it, because you want your meatloaf to be nice and juicy. What you're going to do next. So once it's mixed, you're gonna go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. So you're gonna get your little loaf pan, and then you're gonna start to stuff it. So I start pressing it halfway down so you can get any little air bubbles or anything out of there. And continue to stack. Okay. So make sure it's really tightly. Push it down, push it down. Put it like this, because once it starts cooking, the oil from the meat, the fat, it's gonna start coming out. So if that happens, just take it out of the oven and you're gonna, drip it a little bit into the sink. but don't take too much out because you still want your meatloaf to be juicy. You don't want it to dry out. So now we're gonna make the glaze for the top, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to make scalloped potatoes. I'm making 8 potatoes, about this size. Peel them, wash them, and then you're going to cut them not too thin, about like that. You're gonna slice them up, and then you can, once they're sliced up, you can just have them in cold water while you start making your cheese sauce, and I will show you how to do that right now. Okay, so this is the glaze sauce that I made. All it is about 1/4 cup of ketchup, 1/2 cup of the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I add some pepper in there, some parsley flakes, and you're gonna do 1 tablespoon and 1/2 of brown sugar. Mix that up, and you're only gonna put about half of this on top of your meat. You're going to cook it for 30 minutes. Take it out and then put the remaining of the sauce. There's your meatloaf. That's ready to bake. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in the oven, 350 degrees. We're gonna leave it like that, uncovered, bake it for 30 minutes, and then we'll be back in 30 minutes and I'm gonna show you how it's gonna look. Okay, so we're gonna make the sauce for the scalloped potatoes. This is 3 tablespoons of butter, and you're gonna add finely chopped to about 2.5 tablespoons of white onion. Just add that in there. And then after that, you're gonna do 3 tablespoons of flour. Okay, and then you're going to whisk these 3 ingredients together. Just keep whisking it. Add 1.5 cups of whole milk. Slowly. Heat is on medium heat. I'm gonna keep whisking it. So keep whisking it until it starts bubbling up. Once it starts bubbling up, then I will let you know what you're gonna do next. Okay, so it's been about 2 minutes. You see how it's bubbling? And it's starting to get thick already. That's what you want. You want your sauce to get thick and creamy. You're gonna go ahead and add some pepper. I add about that much. So everything's to your liking. We like the way pepper tastes with our food, so. And just a little bit of salt. I would say like that much, just a dash. Maybe a dash and a half. And then you're going to add 1/2 cup of Monterey Colby Jack cheese. So go ahead and add that in there. And then you're going to mix. It smells so good. And this is your sauce for the scalloped potatoes. Zoom up on it, baby. Look at the sauce. How thick and creamy it is. smell it. Okay, so your sauce is ready. You just want to get all those little lumps out, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so remember when I showed you the papas? I had 8 papas. We washed them, we skinned them, and we cut them. So then I just put them in water. They've been in water for about 10 minutes. And then that's when we made our sauce. So now you're gonna drain this, drain the water, and make sure your papas are completely dry. Okay, so now we drained the potatoes. So you're gonna just go ahead and get them. Get a dish like this, little square size. And then you're gonna start putting your papas. Okay, so then there's one layer. You're gonna go ahead and get just a little bit of the sauce. Oh my God. So then there's your first layer, and then go ahead and start with the second one. So we ended up doing 4 layers. If you could see on the side, there's 4 layers of the papas, and then you apply the cheese sauce on top. Your top layer is gonna have the most sauce. We didn't use all the papas. There's still some left, so I would say you'd be good with 6 papas. Or you can use a bigger dish, but this is just for us, so this is what we use. After you layer the last one, which is your 4th layer, you're gonna go ahead and add more of that Colby Jack cheese. And then you're gonna go ahead and cook it. Put it into your oven for 1 hour at 350 degrees. Okay guys, so I just took out the meatloaf. It's been 30 minutes. This is how it looks so far. So you see how there's, you know, some juice right there. We're gonna drain just a little bit, and then we're gonna add the rest of the glaze, and we're gonna put it back into the oven for another 30 minutes. And it should be ready. Just in case if it's not cooked after the 30 minutes, then you'll just leave it for about another 10-15 minutes. You don't want to overcook your meatloaf. Okay, so it's been another 30 minutes, so an hour in total. You see why I like to put this pan? Because the fat from the meat, it starts like leaking out, so it could fall on there. But it's ready. Do not serve your meatloaf. Let it cool down. Let it set for about 15 minutes. Okay. Let it set for about 15 minutes, and then go ahead and cut into it. Because if you cut it right away, first it's too hot, and then once you cut it, it's gonna like rip apart. So you need to let it set for 15 minutes. And then I will show you how it looks with the scalloped potatoes on the side. Okay, so it's been an hour. The potatoes are ready. Once the cheese starts crisping like that, you need to let these set for a good at least 20 to 25 minutes, because you don't want them to be runny. You want all the ingredients to come very well together. Okay guys, so the meatloaf is ready. Everything's ready. The meatloaf, I let it sit for about 15 minutes. The same with the papas, the scalloped potatoes. So it's ready. It smells so good in here. Here I just made sauteed onions, tomato, and green beans with garlic powder, pepper, and chili flakes. So I cut into this. So you just wanna pull it out. Look at how juicy it is. Oh my god, that is like perfect. And then you're gonna get your scalloped potatoes. It's hot still. So good. Look at. Ooh. And there it is, you guys. This is one of my husband's favorite dishes that I make. My famous meatloaf, scalloped potatoes, and veggies on the side. I really hope that you guys give this a try. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, so we're gonna enjoy this plate. And there's the video, guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.